What's up, guys? Another video. I promised this one was coming, and it's here. What we have, if you watch my AP5 video, AP5-SD, we mentioned rebarreling it. I was going to, but then I already have this one built, already have it stamped, and this is the gun that I got a TPM suppressor. I've had it over 2 years now, and no worky, because it's not TPM's fault. They tried to help me, but then they kind of just said fuck you and partied on. Maybe why they're out of business now, but it's because the HK parts supplied barrel doesn't have the step down. You can almost see it there, that the rest of them have. I built this gun a few years ago. I ran it with a Form 1 suppressor. It's got around 6,000, 6,500 rounds on it. When I take customers to go shoot, this was the crowd pleaser. This and my 7.62 crank, but two different ends of the spectrum there. One of them is super loud, one of them is super fucking quiet. So what we got, what you're gonna need to do it is you'll have your Centruy AP5-SD. You'll need to call up RCM or get on their website and get yourself a SD locking piece right there. You'll need to get yourself an SD barrel. You see it right there. 2412 might actually be the part number. I don't know. You'll probably want an O-ring. So those are the parts you're gonna need. And we already verified. Let's make sure our barrel fits the suppressor. That's a big deal. You won't be able to find, I mean, you might find a TPM suppressor on the secondhand market somewhere. Right now, RCM sells the suppressors, and then B&T's got a pretty good one. And then you might be able to find a original HK suppressor SD. But if you got an HK SD suppressor, you're not fucking around with a clone. I can promise you that, just because of the cost. So anyway, what we've done is we took it apart. We pushed out our barrel pin. I used a roll pin punch. Maybe not the right thing, but my barrel pin has dimples in it. Let me grab the Century gun. Let's see if it's got dimples. It doesn't appear that it has dimples, but that's not a huge deal. You just need a good solid punch. You'll want a real short stubbed one, something like that, to get it moving. This is just something laying around that I've broken off, but you want a real short one to start out with. It's kind of the same principle as let's see, I thought I had one here, the HK punch, or not the HK, it's the AK punch. Anyway, you'll knock out your barrel pin wherever it went, right there. And then you'll want to get yourself a piece of tubing, and this piece of tubing, you need to be able to fit your barrel in there. The reason is, you'll do that little number right there. And then from the inside, you'll need another piece of tubing. It's got to be, I don't even know where it went. I got another piece almost identical, but it's solid aluminum. I got it off of Amazon. Anyway, you want to do that. And then you just, from the back, push your barrel out. Easy peasy. Comes out. You really only have about an inch of bearing surface, so it's not a big deal. We'll make sure we didn't mess nothing up. Doesn't look like it. So I may rub some anti-seize on there. I thought I had some here somewhere. And then we'll go back with the new one. Let me grab some anti-seize. All right, so we got a little bit of anti-seize. I don't know that it's needed, but we'll sleep better probably. Somebody might. We'll put it a little bit on here. Close that shit up and get it away from us before we get it everywhere. The dog will be wearing it here in a minute. Shit it goes everywhere. So, a little bit of anti-seize. Little dabble do you, as you can tell. So, that. And then there's no, on other builds, some others, there's a dimple here or whatever for feeding your feed limp. Let me go grab some. All right, this is a 10 millimeter setup. And I don't know if we can get the light on it or not. I don't see a light. There is a cutout right there for the extractor, and then a bevel down there to help with the feed lip of the 10 millimeter. The 9 doesn't have that. It's just a straight, if you look at it, however you get it in there is how you're going to get it in there. So we're going to drop this in there. And we'll go over to the press and press it in. You'll want to put something on the face of the barrel to keep from marring it up, and then we'll get to that. So let me get it set up and we'll go torch it down. Now we're just gonna use our press and start pushing the new barrel in. All we got is our aluminum tube. And then it's a little long. You can see it's going in right there. So we're just gonna get it down and then check it. All right, you can see we got her pushed down in there. I think we're pushed too far. So we're gonna take it back over to the bench and check. All right, so the way we're gonna check is we got our bolt back assembled here. We're gonna drop it in. Normal procedures here. Get her bolt in there. She goes down. And then we're gonna get our feeler gauges. All right, we got it back over here on the bench. We went ahead and put our trigger group back in, stock back on it, recoil rod back in, bolts in it. We're going to do bolt gap, check the bolt gap. So slap it, pull the trigger, and let's check it. Ten fits easily. Where the fuck? Here's 12. Goes in. So go to 14. And if we go too much more, we're gonna have to start pressing. 14 goes in, no problem. Let's just see where we're at. 0.016 is next. Easily fits. I'll jump up to 0.020. See what we got. Also easily. So we got, at current, we have way too much bolt gap. We can deal with it a couple ways. If we're dealing with an already pinned barrel, you would go after your rollers. Let's go up to 0.28 and see what we got. So it's less than 0.28, or 0.28, sorry. 0.026, won't fit. 24, almost fits. So we're probably gonna be in 22, 23 range. Yep, So we need to take a little bit of bolt gap out of it, not much. So we'll take it back apart. We'll bump it just a smidge and then check her again. All right, so off camera, I went ahead. I've got the bolt gap set right. It's pretty easy to do. And then now we got to get our barrel pin back in before we can go further, but we're pretty much done. For the barrel pin, what is this one? Should be 5mm. Be pretty lucky if that's what's actually, that is what's on the thing here, because, you know, AKs and stuff. So we just got to re-drill. These barrels are nitrided, so they're kind of hard as woodpecker lips, so you want to use a brand new bit. But you drill your barrel pin, put your barrel pin back in, and you should be done. All right, so we took it over the drill press. We drilled our barrel pin hole, knocked it out. We're going to put our pin back in. We're going to do our bolt gap one more time. Down, hammer. We'll start at 12. 12's tight, so it moved a little bit when we were drilling, if that makes sense. So let's see if we can get a 13 in there. 0.013. It's a pretty cool set. I have no idea where I even got it from, but it works great for these. Good. So we're gonna call it good. That's all there is to it. I could have probably done this in under 30 minutes out here goofing off. Biggest thing was finding shit and then filming. So there's our old barrel. She's been fed a lot. I got some old Israeli SMG ammo. He sat pretty good, but boy, that stuff is pretty rough. So, and then let's see here. Let's throw. You got a little O-ring, and put it on there. It goes up in the trinion. See if we can get it in place. All right. And then our suppressor. Spin her on there. And there we go, she's on there. Ta-da. So to do your AP5 SD, you do the same thing. You knock out that pin, push your barrel out, push your new barrel in, check your, get your bolt gap right, and then drill it, pin it, call it a day. There's also some good smiths out there doing the work. If you don't feel comfortable with tools, you should probably do that, honestly. I figured we'd do this one because I've gotten my use out of this thing. But basically these Century guns have killed building kits, because this kit, if I remember right, was close to $2,000 back in a couple of years ago, and they're even more now. So, you know, if I had the choice with my current state of building, where I've gotten a lot better at it, because this one's okay, but it's not beautiful. It's just a good functional weapon. You know, currently it doesn't make sense to build one versus buy one, because these Century units do have some issues, but they're not bad weapons for what they are. Out the gate, this one was 14 something. I think the next, as the batches get going, they're going to be less and less and less. So just my thoughts on that. So we'll find some ammo and have some fun with it. See if she works. All right, finish up. We test fired it. Functions flawlessly. I don't have a trigger pack, but semi-auto is perfect. Nothing really wrong with the brass. There we go. Probably if you got the right tools, 30-40 minutes. You don't have to refinish anything. You don't have to cut the receiver up, and it's easy to do. So I guess I'm gonna have to do a range strip now, because we got this one kind of there, and then the 40 Smith & Wesson build. Go out and really put some rounds on them, see what we can do. Thanks for checking it out. I don't know if this will help you or not, but maybe it'll help you decide if you want to do this yourself or not. Thanks for watching.